Hey there! So today is glitter wall day. I'm in a new space that we're going to be using for doing makeup tutorials. And behind me is a lavender wall that's been painted a couple times, so it's a really nice paint job, very, very even. And I'm going to be taking a little bit of Lion's Breath and Visions in Lilac. And I'm mixing it with a Benjamin Moore product called Stays Clear High Gloss. Went ahead and mixed it together in this container right here. And it's pretty glittery. When it goes on, it should give me an accent wall, but it's going to be pretty covered. It's not going to be like full coverage. You're going to see that lavender behind it, but it's going to go on pretty thick. You see that in the video? Okay, so what I like to do is, because it's very important to keep the glitter incorporated in the material, and it's important to keep it stirred, is I like to use these cups because there's a little hole in this cup, and I can take my popsicle stick and I can drop it in there like that. I can then hold this, use my handy dandy brush, dip in, and then, you know, every minute or so I can take my stick out, stir it some more, pop back in there, okay? The brush I'm using is important. You want to make sure you're using a soft bristle brush. I just washed this, so it's not springing back quite as much as it normally would, but it's very, very soft, and you want soft because when you brush it on the wall, you don't want it to drag the glitter off, and if your brush is extremely stiff, it literally just scrapes it off as you're putting it on, and that's not any good to anybody, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and this has a beautiful mirror that goes in the center of the wall. So for testing, I'm going to start dead center of the wall, which normally you'd tuck it in a corner or something, but I'm starting right in the center because I know that's where the mirror is going. So I can kind of see the look that I want, see whether I need to add glitter and so forth. So I'm going to go walk over and get rolling. Well, that's going to be just about right. So I used about 5 ounces of the medium and about a half ounce, a little over a half ounce of glitter. And it's giving me a really nice look, which I'll bring you up for a close-up in a minute. Just to let you know, this wall is heavily textured. So what happens when you do it on a heavily textured wall is the glitter sits inside the texture, and then it gets kind of scraped off the top because there's hills and valleys in the texture, and it's kind of a groovy look. Okay, I wanted to show you a little close-up here of what you can do. Now, when you're brushing, it's very difficult when you're going for a dark color over a light surface to get it even. So very often I don't even try. I go for a mottled look, and I was going to show you how I can achieve that, okay? So I'm going to put the camera back a little bit. Broad, big strokes in alternating directions. Ready? You see that on the camera? Good. That. And then that. What you do is, by crossing over, you're catching double the amount of glitter in these areas and then lighter in here, and it gives you that mottled dark light look. It's kind of cool. When the light hits it, it's really cool. I'll do a shot from the back and you'll get to see what I mean. One tip that's very important is mix the full amount you're going to use for the wall, because if you have to mix it twice, unless you were very, very careful in your mix, you're going to get a different look. So keep that in mind, that you definitely want to mix more than you need for your project the first time. If you see any sagging going on, not so much dripping, because this stuff is pretty thick, but if you see sagging, you can go back over it lightly, like this. Just kind of even out the sags. It also just sort of blends it. Makes any hard edges kind of go away. Just keep your brush as flat as you can to the wall so that you aren't seeing the tip marks. It's kind of like stroking a dog. You're stroking a wall. Light pat.